How much does a probate lawyer cost in the state of California? If you are getting ready to go through the probate process, it's a question that you must absolutely know the answer to, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, this is Josh V. Welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we're going to talk about a really important topic, and that is how much does a probate lawyer cost in California? Now, if you are getting ready to go through the probate process, one of the most important questions that you need an answer to is how much does the probate lawyer actually make from doing the case, right? From representing you. To petition the estate or administer the estate. So in the state of California, probate attorneys are paid on a statutory fee. What that means is that an attorney cannot ask for $5,000 up front and then a week later turn around and ask you for another $5,000. It does not work that way. They are paid based on a formula based on the value of the estate, which is called a statutory fee. So I'm going to break that formula down right now. For the first $100,000 value of the estate, they can charge 4%, which is $4,000. For the next $100,000 value of the estate, they can charge 3%, which is $3,000. For the next $800,000, they can charge 2%, which is $16,000. For the next $9 million value of the estate, they can charge 1%. And for the next $15 million, they can charge 0.5%. So what does that mean in terms of numbers? That means for a $500,000 value, the attorney is going to make approximately $13,000. For a $1 million estate, they are going to make approximately $23,000. So it's based on the value of the estate. Now, outside of the statutory fee, there is something called extraordinary fees, which is essentially if they put in any overtime or have to do any legwork, such as litigation, then they are able to charge for that time, but that has to be approved by the court. And so we'll cover that in another topic. But the main question that you should feel comfortable and ask the attorney is, how much are your services? How much do you charge? And you should know that formula going into that conversation with the attorney. So again, it's 4% for the first 100, 3% for the next 100, 2% for the next 800,000, 1% for the next 9 million, and 0.5% for the next 15 million. So for a $500,000 estate, it's 13 grand. For a $1 million estate, you're looking at $23,000 that the attorney is going to make. The last thing that I want to point out is you do not owe that money to the attorney the moment that you hire them. It doesn't work that way. They get paid at the very end of the probate, once they have done their duty and there is a court order from the judge as to how the money is to be distributed. And from there is where your attorney gets paid. So you don't think that you have to write a check, $13,000, $23,000 at the beginning of the case. It's all done at the very end. So a lot of information, but I hope that this is helpful. It's really something that if you are about to go through the probate process or you are currently going through it, it's a absolutely must know. So as always, call, text, email if you have any questions. You'll be glad you did.